Look at me and all the space in here. I got tired of fighting with Mother Nature. Danielle finally convinced me that I should just reorganize the garage like I kind of wanted to be able to take advantage of the AC I have in here. Clearly I'm not right now. And move the wagon in here. So it's been randomly 90 to 95 for the past couple weeks, and then every other day there's like a pretty crazy thunderstorm. So it's hard to use the awning because it'll randomly try and blow away. Well, whatever. I reorganized the garage. It kind of makes sense for what I want to do with the company in the future anyway. So what that means is the wagon needs to go back on the ground so that I can roll it in here. And it's only like had half of its suspension for a while now. So that means I have to introduce another sponsor here, and that is Pedders Suspension and Brakes. They make a pretty much the nicest set of coilovers that you can reasonably afford for the Holden platforms. So they sent me a full set of coilovers, front and rear. I've had them for a while, and normally I would have waited a couple weeks to make this video, but it's kind of necessary now. So these will eventually get air sleeves on them so that the car will be bagged, but that might take a little bit longer than I originally expected based on my supplier for the bags. But that means that I'm going to assemble these coilovers, get them on the car, the rear subframe has to go back in, and then I'm going to get some wheels on it, probably just the original 16s for now because they're available, and get the wagon moved back in here. And then close the door so I can take advantage of the air conditioning. So I'm going to open these up. I've already opened them and played with them a bunch because I had to get measurements for the airbag stuff, but I'll get them assembled and on the car and just enjoy the time lapse because it's too hot for me to talk. Oh. Yeah, and actually this one already has the prototype bag on it, and it's going to be really hard to get it off. But that's okay. Because I think the car is going to be on coilovers and driving before the bags are ready. So I need to like actually assemble all this. Their full front strut assembly. I make and sell through the website billet strut mount replacements that replace this rubber bushing that always fails in like a couple thousand miles. They're just poor design for this car. So I'm going to get those swapped out, and you'll see those when I assemble them. This rear is already sitting inside of the rear mount. Here is rear spring, lock ring, top adjuster. That's a dust boot. This is that rubber mount I was just talking about. I've already taken it off the other one. Here are the adjusters for the rear. This is the rear one without a mount. Nuts, spring isolators. The other rear spring isolator. This is the adjustment knob for this one. Another spring isolator. I forgot I should set that out here. That's the old spring mount for the front. And there's one with a bag on it, so that's what it'll look like in the future-ish. But for now, don't need that. Make sure I got everything. Sweet. And look, making even more room in here. Because don't need to keep the box. Okay. Alright, this is kind of cool because this is my own product and I'm finally putting it on my own car. I mean, I tested these, but it was on a buddy's car, and so it'll be nice to have something with my name on it. That's really cool in my opinion. On here. Alright, so come on. From when I got caught in the rain yesterday, and why I'm doing this right now anyway. top nut. Don't have to worry about it exploding here. Pull that off. Cool. Now I'm going to go look at my own diagram to figure out the best way to put these together. I don't know about sleeve. So, you see stock bushing with, you see white and yellow in there, that's the strut bearing. I also have one, it just has my business laser engraved on it. And then spherical bearing in the top. And that's what makes this super cool, is just that bearing. Comes with a new nut. Put that on. And then, in the car, I had a couple sets of these done, just to do them all at one time. I'm going to have some sweet black anodized caps that go up here like this. And that's what holds it into the car. So, I'm going to prep the other one, and then we'll do the front. And then, we'll do the back. Installation of these is super easy with the vehicle already in this state. I already did the other side, but essentially slide this in from underneath into this pocket. I'll put my cap on, 4 bolts, then attach the 2 bolts to the knuckle. Eventually it'll get in alignment and all that jazz, but don't need that just to move the car in the garage. I won't even tighten up all the lower bolts. I'll tighten up these upper ones though, because they're going to take all the weight of the wagon. So, let's get all 4 of these started. I buy Loctite patched bolts, so super convenient. Tighten these down. And then just align these down here. I gotta watch out for all my wiring that's still hanging here. Clearly this is not when I was planning to install coilovers, or I would, all the wiring would already be out of the way. But such is life, and here we are. Bolt. Cool. And I will probably leave them with these nuts just kind of hand tight. Again, I just need to be able to steer the car into the garage with hopefully minimal effort. Sweet. Yeah, and I can kind of move all this wiring out of the way so I don't drag it on the ground either. That connector can go up there. This wire has to get cut and routed at some point. And all these need to go somewhere. I guess they can go out here. That's fine. Cool, so now I can bolt on a rotor and then grab a wheel. Sweet. That's a big boy. Here you can see time lapse of me putting the rear coilovers together. These ones, the adjuster knob has to go through the top mount, so you got to drill a small hole. They give you a template for that. There's some measurements, but that's pretty easy. These ones go together nothing fancy, no special mount for those. But I got them mounted into the back of the car, and then I ended up having to pull the old Caprice wheels off of the Caprice because the front rotors and the rear rotors were too big even to fit the 16s over without even a caliper installed. So I had to play a little Tetris with the wheels, trying to take them off, put them on the wagon. But once I got all that installed, I got the wagon lowered down, and then I got to work pushing it into the garage. So now it's in the garage. It's kind of hard to film in here, but everything is moving forward. Next week, I'll have a really big overview of all the progress I've made because in the past, 3 or 4 weeks, I haven't filmed a whole lot while I've been working just because I'm trying to get it done. I think as of right now, I have like 16 days left until this event. So pushing forward, waiting on transmission stuff, but I'll go over that next week. And in the meantime, I'm Zach. This is IPF Racing. Thanks for watching.